to the UK Country Songbook, a show for the Bridge Country hosted by me, Jonny Brick. This is the third programme in a 12-part series which assembles a 50-track songbook packed with the finest cuts from UK country acts, then discusses why they are so great. The songs may be personal or universal, anthemic or torch ballad, but all have a mark of quality that should see them sung and performed in 2050, 2070, and by the robot entertainers of the 22nd century. The discussions do not presume any musical knowledge, although I might raise musical concepts like counterpoint, chord shifts, and tonality. Who knows? You might be encouraged to write your own stuff and add to the existing songbook. March means Country to Country, which is the country music equivalent of the Ideal Home Show or Comic Con, but with cowboy boots where French windows or Will Wheaton should be. Typically, the odd British act plays the Indigo 2 during the daytime. In the past, those acts have included the Shires and the Wandering Hearts, and this year came the turn of Remember Monday and Simeon Hammond Dallas. We will hear from both of those last two acts later, along with Tennessee Twin, who made their own C2C debut and played their songbook selection. First, though, it's Gasoline and Matches with Tequila's A Healer.
They come and they go, and the ones that last a lifetime in your soul. It's a blessing you find them, and that's how you know when they're not here to hear this sweet song you wrote. Words pour out easy, pain's easy to feel. Up when half empty is all that's real. Glass breaks when your heart breaks, and giving up is all you got. Let the light burn out slowly. You're sitting in the dark, but I love you each time that you go. You haunt me in my dreams, and that's how I know that things that you have, they won't last forever. Take the good and the bad. Tequila's a healer. Take a shot in the dark. Love like a blindfold. Let's use your bullets through my heart. But I love you each time that you go. You haunt me in my dreams, and that's how I know that I love you each time that you go. You haunt me in my dreams.
Keeler's A Healer by Gasoline and Matches, another act who made their C2C debut in 2024. Based in Birmingham, Steve Mark sells guitar equipment by day and uses that gear by night, playing and singing with Sally Morris, who worked at Birmingham Symphony Hall, putting together their eclectic programme of music and comedy. The events include their own Nashville Sounds in the Round show, which in 2024 has already welcomed first-time flyers Brooke Law, Alan Finlan, Woodburnt Red, and Gio and Jory, and it's only March. On April 20th, Emilia Quinn, Chloe Chadwick, Jimmy Stanley, and Ryan Nelson will be there. What this all means is that Gasoline and Matches are doing valuable work to bring country acts to Birmingham and are worthy of much respect. The pair, who found each other on the city's open mic scene, have just released Could Have Been a Love Song, a key part of a live set which includes power ballad Afraid to Fall, rock and roll tunes Smiling Viper and Fool's Gold, plus their drinking game Never Have I Ever, Holler and Swallow. When they aren't amplified, they're played to Keeler's A Healer, which is their own songbook choice. There's only 4 chords in the song: D, A minor, E minor, and C, with a solo standing in for the 3rd verse. Jimi Hendrix once said, "If you can hum a guitar solo, it will live on forever," and Steve follows this advice. He told me that he and it were influenced both by Ennio Morricone's soundtrack work and more pertinently by the liquid sound of Chris Stapleton's album Traveller, in particular the song Tennessee Whiskey. You heard a solo full of long single notes saturated with reverb, vibrato. The song, which is a waltz, was written for a friend of theirs who passed away. It's an example of a person who, in this lifetime, they come and they go. The title doesn't appear until the song's final verse, the one which begins, "Don't take for granted things that you have, take the good and the bad." Sally is advising the listener not to despair and perhaps raise a glass to their own dear departed friend. The instruments come in stages. First, the piano, second, acoustic guitar, and then a very spare drum part, and then at the half-minute mark, Sally's vocal, which stays relatively low in her register. Steve adds a harmony, and 16 bars of guitar burst out exactly halfway through the song. The lyrics are themed around drinking. Words pour out easy, it's hard to fill your glass up, take a shot in the dark. I like the imagery of blindfolds and bullets too, and the self-referential final line of the first verse, "They're not here to hear this sweet song you wrote." Sibilance, assonance, and a homophone here and here make it a very poetic line. The chorus, "I love you, I love you," is simple and direct, with the lyrics repeated twice. "I love you, each time that you go, you haunt me in my dreams." This song haunts my waking hours in the best of ways. Next up are Tennessee Twin with When We Move.
I can reach out my hand and touch you, but a river of our words keeps us apart. I can make the first move and hold you, or let time tick and tick your heart. The barrier is strong, the fences are tall. We'd rather stand our ground than start to fall. But then we move in closer. I feel your warmth, your hand, your whisper. The movie's happy ending, heartbeats that are blending. We take a tiny step, speak the softest words. Too many corners we've turned to lose it all. But then we move in closer. I feel your warmth, your hand, your whisper. The movie's happy ending, heartbeats that are blending when we move in closer. When we move in closer.
For Sarah Jury on steel guitar, everybody.
When We Move by Tennessee Twin. Jeff Meads has a background in both brass bands and beat combos. His now wife Victoria preferred music from the TV show Nashville, and she encouraged Jeff to join her on stage to be the deacon to her Raina, the gunner to her Scarlett. Soon they were writing original material, some of which appeared on their 29 EP Tips in a Jar. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Jeff and Victoria put up dozens of sofa session videos on their YouTube channel, a mix of originals and covers. When the world reopened, they played the Blackpool Festival in 2021, which is where I first saw them, and they teamed up with friends Sarah Yeo and Donna Marie for the Songs and Stories Collective, playing Country on the Coast and Buckle of Boots in 2023. They released more singles, including Poppy Tracks Rewind and Rearview Mirror, and the ballad Apple Tree, which is gorgeous. But when I asked the duo which song they would include in a notional UK country songbook, they said, When We Move. Recorded with Sarah Jory, that's her on pedal steel, it was intended to be an album track until the pair heard what Sarah did to it. It became a duet between Victoria's voice and Sarah's guitar. The video you just saw was filmed by Bridge Country overlord John Finch at the West Country Music Festival, which Sarah Yeo organises. When Jeff and Victoria play When We Move, audience members come up to them and comment on their own heartache. I reckon it's because the lyric is so direct from the parallel lines in the first verse on. I could reach out my hand and touch you. I could make that first move and hold you. Very symmetrical. Despite the fences and the barriers in place, either real or metaphorical, the pair move in closer. There's a tricolon of words to emphasise this. Your warmth, your hand, your whisper. Heartbeats that are blending is a magnificent metaphor. While there are some decent poetic techniques too, check out the alliteration of or let time tick and take your heart, and the sibilance, the S sounds of speak the softest words. Can I show you I can still be enough is Victoria's plea, and she adds, don't let anger be bigger than love. The final line repeats We Move in Closer from the chorus, a sort of close-up freeze frame, and there seems to be a happy resolution, backed up by some wind chimes on the final D major chord. There's a lot of space in the song, which regularly pauses before vocal entries, and Jeff's acoustic pattern and barely there harmonies underscore Victoria's own terrific vocals. Sarah's pedal steel is the icing on a delightful cake, which only needs 2 verses and 2 iterations of the chorus. The pair will be playing When We Move for the rest of their lives. This is the UK Country Songbook with me, Jonny Brick. You can watch the first 2 episodes in this series, featuring songs from the likes of Ferris and Sylvester, Kezia Gill, Demi Mariner and Yola on the Bridge Country's YouTube channel. There is a playlist dedicated to the UK Country Songbook. There are also weekly shows presented by John Finch and a new monthly show from the voice of the woman, Linda Conway. Next up in this show is one of those women Linda picks up, Simeon Hammond Dallas, with her song Betting on You.
I fell in love with 24 white boys playing sad songs on guitars. gave it all up. It's not enough, all these boys only get you so far. They say, who'd you think you are? Well, I'm just a chick in some bar. Told me to play like a woman estranged, so I screamed from the top of my lungs. Got them confused when I sang them the blues, 'cause a woman can't choose what she wants. They say, who have you become? And could you do that all along? If I needed someone I could rely on, I wouldn't be betting on you. If I needed something I could believe it. I don't think your washed up dream would do. Some of them try to make me one of the guys, but I guess I'm too shapely for you. So some instead tried to take me to bed, and I'd smile but never follow through. They say, why the attitude? Got something better to do. If I needed someone I could rely on, I wouldn't be betting on you. If I needed something I could believe in, I don't think your washed up dream would do. I fell in love with 24 white boys playing sad songs on guitars. Gave it all up, it's not enough, all these boys only get you so far.
Simeon Hammond Dallas with Betting on You. I saw Simeon at Country to Country 2024, where she was performing across the weekend. I'd enjoyed her 2022 EP, Make It Romantic, which featured the breezy kiss off 100 Lovers, but I wanted her to pick her own songbook selection. I explained the concept to her and asked her what her best song was. She thought for a moment, and I reframed the question as the song she was proudest of. She said, the one we heard, Betting on You. As opening lines go, I fell in love with 24 white boys singing sad songs on guitars is to the point and sounds like the truth. Born in Camden Town, North London, Simeon had bussed around Europe and is an independent act whose songs include The Blues Is a Game, Wild Woman and Manic Pixie Dream Girl. At her C2C appearance, she admitted that most of her songs were about awful men. Throughout Betting on You, she sounds disappointed, sighing yet confident that she is making the right choice. She seeks someone to rely on and wouldn't be betting on you. It's a sort of kiss-off to those who dismiss her as just a chick in some bar. Perhaps she thinks she is too shapely to be one of the guys. These white boys who told me to play like a woman estranged only made her scream. In the long tradition of women who are, to use academic terminology, the object of the male gaze, Simeon does not wish to be a show pony and be the type who can't choose what she wants. This is greeted by her suitors with, who have you become? Why the attitude? Well, maybe used to have been normal, but not today. The song ends on the 4th chord of F as she repeats the song's opening lines and lets her thoughts trail off. Simeon put this song on that 2022 EP which I hope she follows up in 2024. Finally, an act who will have a huge 2024, Remember Monday with What I Know Now.
Long days followed by longer nights. You can't do nothing right when you're 13. And it feels like you know best, but your mama says, girl, not yet. She don't understand you feel more ready than you've ever been. And the girls in school try to knock you down. You don't see them smile unless you're wearing a frown. And you wish you were on the other side where grass looks green. So let me tell you now, don't you worry, time will go by fast. The girls that call your names have their own scars. Don't tell your mother that you hate her when she's just trying to make you laugh. Don't be scared of standing out in the crowd, 'cause one day you're gonna do yourself proud. If only I could tell my younger self what I know now. Now, but still you're feeling insecure. Your emotions leave you on the floor. Now you're 15, and now you've reached that middle age where all you want is just to get away, but you still can't drive and wouldn't know where to go anyway. Yeah, and all those doubts inside your head are gonna stop you from trying. Gonna come back fighting. So don't you worry, time will go by fast. The girls that call your names have their own scars. Don't tell your mother that you hate her when she's just trying to make you laugh. Don't be scared of standing out in the crowd, 'cause one day you're gonna do yourself proud. If only I could tell my younger self what I know now. Wish I could tell my younger self. Wish I could tell my younger self what I could tell my younger self. Wish I could tell my younger self. Wish I could tell my younger self. Wish I could tell my younger self what I could tell my younger self. Don't you worry, time will go by fast. The girls that call your names have their own scars. Don't tell your mother that you hate her when she's just trying to make you laugh. Don't be scared of standing out in the crowd, 'cause one day you're gonna do yourself proud. If only I could tell my younger self what I know now. Wish I could tell my younger self. Wish I could. Wish I could tell my younger self what I know now. What I know now. What I know now. Wish I could tell my younger self what I know now.
You just saw the music video to What I Know Now by Remember Monday. It's a collage of home video footage of Holly, Charlotte and Lauren. All three are natural performers who met as sixth formers and have all gone into theatre. Holly played Christine in a West End production of Phantom of the Opera, while Lauren has been in the cast of both Cinderella and, playing Miss Honey, Matilda. After acting in Mary Poppins as a child, Charlotte has gone into education, working as a vocal coach, choreographer and dance teacher. The trio formed in, I think, 2017 and they'll spend 2024 focusing on the band full-time, having burst into consciousness with their appearance on The Voice in 2019. They dared to perform their song Jailbreaker rather than a cover, and now have the support of Jennifer Hudson, who was their coach on the show and who welcomed them to her chat show, where the trio performed a nifty cover of Hand in My Pocket. Their own material stretches from anthems like Drive and Nothing Nice to Say to kiss-offs like Laugh About It and recent single Show Face, which they performed during their set at Country to Country 2024. Lauren Byrne is the band's primary songwriter. What I Know Now is a 100%er. She writes the music and the lyrics. I think of all the choruses she's written, it's her strongest, especially with one particular chord, which is an A flat minor, diminished 4 chord, just before the girls sing the title line. This song actually sounds like a musical number. It's perhaps something that Pasek and Paul, who wrote La La Land, Dear Evan Hansen, would write for a teen-targeted musical. I do wonder, and I must ask her this, if Lauren's endgame is actually to write a stage musical rather than have the songs only exist in band performances. Listen to the song again and imagine it sung by 3 friends, each wishing they could tell their own younger self about lessons learned as an adult. It reminds me of that song about sunscreen credited to film director Baz Luhrmann that topped the UK charts 25 years ago. Chorus lyric to What I Know Now, which addresses the concerns of the verses, is universal. Time can go by fast, and Mum is trying to make you laugh. And note those very British vowels. Like Ward Thomas, Remember Monday have no airs and graces about being a very British band. It's a You've Got a Friend song from 3 big sisters, sort of what Little Mix used to pepper their albums with. The girls that call you names have their own scars. Don't be afraid of standing out in the crowd. In the verses, there's a lot of teenage angst, insecurity, not accepting that mum knows best, wanting to be somewhere else and able to be more independent. I also like the declarative so before the second iteration of the chorus, and the final quaver note of the song is the word ooh, sung a cappella, which is just showing off. Managed the right way, Remember Monday will be enormous in the next few years, although West End theatre goers will be without 2 stunning talents in Lauren and Holly. Thank you for watching this 3rd show in the UK Country Songbook series. I've been Jonny Brick and I will return at the end of April with more standards that deserve to be added to it. But for now, it remains for me to thank John Finch for producing the show for A Bridge Country, giving independent artists a voice across the world.